We're back here at Pevely for Federated Auto Parts Ironman 55 with the World of Outlaws. I've wanted to film with an American for quite a while and follow their team around and see how they work, and I thought what better than someone like Justin Peck, who normally runs with the All-Star Series. He had a top 10 run last night. They're happy for us to follow them around for the night. Let's go check it out.
Might take a shot at the rocket, but this stuff feels a lot more stable. It doesn't like get the big bounces and like bottom out and shit. Like the movements are just less violent. It still moves around, it's just not as violent.
We got like 3 more to go yet until Sheldon goes, and then Sheldon, Hunter, Cito.
And you get into some good ones, yeah. I'm up on top of it, you know, it's like slip on entry, and then like down at like on the exit, I'm just like, I'm stood up, like I'm in it to a certain extent, like not like just blowing the tires off the thing, but I'm up out of it, and then like I take a set, and it's not like I'm left here slant and like skating across the racetrack, like I'm just up on top of the racetrack rotating, and then finally like then it hits after I hit some grip. The problem is the grip is like the rest shit, so then you kind of like, not that it's killing me, but I'm just saying if we can get down, if we can be down in it better. Getting to that point, like just like down straightaway and on the entry, like down there, and like down here, I think it'll help too, because I'm like unload as soon as I transition.
It looked like McFadden, he could get to, like he got around kind of the hole, he could get it kind of turned more and kind of let it come down the hill.
Yeah. I don't know, like I probably could have done the same thing, but again, like I'm just up here, like I could have probably done that if I was down more. Like I'm just like I'm just up. We're better now, I think, than we were yesterday, but. Like where we have it yesterday, it always, like I said, that's why I brought it up. It's like that qualified, it's a clean, like that's a clean air package, you know. And this I feel like is more of like in the middle ground, closer to like the dirty air package when you're actually racing. Like that's all I complain about, just being up. Like I feel like it should have been here better in the racetrack more, and that would have helped us out a lot more. Now that's my bitch about down here. It's like I get into it and I get in and I get here pretty quickly, and then you hit the hole rather than being able to like drive in, hold it, and then kind of get through it and then get down off of it. Like I get in kind of here and then kind of bounce, and then it like doesn't allow you to like turn down across it, you know. The same down here too. I get in, it's not like buried left, it's like my attitude's fine. I'm just on top of the racetrack, like hanging, and then catch a grip. I just need to catch it, just need to be like more plugged in the whole time. I'm surprised the 7 was 5th quick. Mason couldn't beat us by much.
Yeah. Mason was a 6'9", you were a 7'6".
Good race last night, Justin. I come last night and bought 3 shirts.
We've had qualifying. Justin ended up 7th quick in front of Donny Schatz even, who was in 8th. The team weren't totally stoked about it. Obviously they know that they need to be better to be competitive. It's split qualifying, so if you qualify 7th quick, that's equivalent to 13th or 14th quick. So he definitely needs to move forward in the heat race to have a good starting spot for the feature. If he wants to make the dash, he needs to finish in the top 2, he needs to finish in the top 5, just like a normal Outlaw format to make the feature. So they've made a couple of changes. It's starting to cool down now. He's in the 3rd heat. We got the GoPros on. Hopefully it's an exciting heat.
I'm just that free. Like, I'm just like, I get in there and it's just like, it comes around and it just hangs out there, so I catch any kind of grip, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it goes in there and tries to like roll in there not so jacked out, like I just can't attack the corner. I'm fine down here, like I can cut across the slip, like when I transition I'm fine, it's just like
1 and 2. Like,
yeah, like I can transition fine, it's just like when I get from there, like when I go from like straight nothing down a straightaway and get in, I just like I hang it, like I can't like drive it down in there and then get checked up. Like I have to check up way back here because I get here, then I have to wait and catch it into grip. You know what I mean?
You see, like how the bigger the black spot it is going in the free.
Yeah, like I'm watching those guys in front of me, like they can get in a lot straight. They get in like the same, like they're driving probably the same like I am. They're just getting in like they're still set, but they're not like here. Like I have to lift away a shitload.
Like the first like 2 laps, first I thought was like it's still over rotating.
Yeah, like I guess that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, but you almost need it for down here.
Yeah,
but then like down here, you just like you gotta somehow just make more grip. Like I think when you make more grip, we're not gonna over rotate. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you still have the option to take it. Like when I slow down, I got better, but I'm going too slow. You know what I mean? I'm not carrying enough speed through that turn. I feel like I was better than those guys down here when I could hit it. It's just they eat me up down there. Cause like J-Mac, I could see what he was doing. He was like daring like I was. Like he's trying to like go out and then like keep his momentum up and get down. Like I just can't really do that. Like I can, but it's not great, you know.
You think it's like dropping here out?
No, like it doesn't really feel like it did. Like it's not like here. It's just you get in and like when front starts to go and it starts the rotation and it's just like this. Like it never like starts the rotation and like sits. Like it not until I catch any kind of grip. That's why like I went to like the middle down here and whoever that was stuck their nose under me because it's just like kind of dirty.
Yeah.
And I just up there like hanging out, and then I catch grip and then it kind of does with these. But it's not like how it was. It's just like you're so stood up that when it slams, it tries to like drive so hard, you know. Like we just got get into the racetrack harder down a straightaway. You know what I mean? I think that's all it is. Because then like you're kind of like going, like I'm getting off of 2, fine. I'm going down a straightaway, but as I get like the more I go down, the more it raises up, and then the left front dips in so you can rotate. And as soon as you start to rotate, it just stays up, and then you just kind of rotate, and then it finally like slams back down. I don't feel bad down here. I feel like I'm a little better down here than those guys were when I hit it right. It's just I lose so much time into like through 3 and 4. Like I have to baby it so much, and when I try to drive it hard, then I get ways jacked out and lose speed, and then you know what I mean. But I slow down.
That's the hard part is how far they gotta fucking rework it.
I got no problem slowing the fuck down. I needed to slow down. No matter what, I think we had a good car. I overdrove the first 3 or 4 laps there. But the point being is that even when I did slow down, I still was up in the racetrack, you know what I mean?
I think as soon as you got to the top, like the first one you had to run the bottom down here. As soon as you got to the top, I think Pevely was too tight. pulled away from him. Yeah.
I mean, I feel better than I did yesterday because I have so much more, even though I'm a little off, I have control of it, and I feel like I can still, like, when I get to racing, I'll still be able to attack. Now I need to get better just in general for 3 and 4, like when you get across that big slick spot in, like I just get here.
It's gonna be straightaways are going to be slick.
Yeah, I just like just up here, you know what I mean? Like if I get here, I'd be a little better off. And I could have got the wing back more, but I didn't want to hurt myself through down here. Like I just need to make that grip and then bump it back as I go to the racetrack. I did get it back a little bit, but I felt like if I went any more, that like getting loose and then throwing the nose would just get too bad.
55 laps.
Kind of a little out of the racetrack. I mean, balance is pretty good. Just gotta get to rear end, kind of driving a little bit better, like into the turn. Like I'm having a little bit of trouble, like just attacking the corner.
Yeah.
Not bad though.
What's the plan for 55 laps? Obviously, it's a long race, and you know you're gonna have to tighten the car up a bit early on.
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have to. You know, generally they kind of go out there and they rework the racetrack pretty good, so you gotta tighten up for the end of it, but you just can't be, you know, too tight early. So it's kind of a little bit of a balance, but just don't wear yourself out the first 15 or 20. You gotta go for it the last 30. So that's kind of gonna be the game plan. I'm gonna start 11th, probably try to crack the top 10, and just kind of take them as I get them there for first probably 20 laps, and then after that try and turn it up. We're gonna probably be a little snug early, so just kind of gotta take what you can get.
What do you think of Pevely?
I love this racetrack. It's a little bit different this year. Like, it's a lot rougher. Like I've won here in the past before, and it was not like this. Yeah, it's pretty slick and curved up on the fence and pretty smooth. So a little bit different, but I don't know. I think we figured out a little bit here with the race car that I really like. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it.
And what about a rough track in general? I know like a sprint car's never comfortable on a rough track. You just gotta kind of wheel it yourself.
I usually like the rough tracks. Like when the track has a little character, I usually tend to be pretty good. But
why do you think that is?
Usually because I overdrive the race car, so it usually works out in my favor. But I mean, it's kind of tough when you come race with the Outlaws. I mean, your little weaknesses show, and so I mean, we were a little off yesterday, and you know, we had the car pretty good, it just wasn't good enough to really compete for a win or anything, you know, and you know, probably could have helped myself out. You know, there's a few mistakes I made that if I didn't make them, I probably could have been a spot or two better. But I don't know, just keep plugging away. I like the rough shit, like I said, just because I can run it a little harder. But you have to have a race car that's not going to flip over when you go through it too. So
how many tear-offs you putting on?
I got 20. I haven't really pulled that many, so I think I'll be okay with 20. I always think that, and then I need 30. So
you just got to preserve early on.
Yeah, so at some point I'll probably just be wiping it and be the visor.
Right, so down onto the racetrack. Justin's out of 10th in the feature. The Outlaws starting the first 7 spots. It's the same top 3 from last night's finish that started in the top 3. They just worked the top and the bottom, it looks like, in both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 55 laps, it's a long race. Expect to see Justin's going to be in the thick of things out of 10th.
I'll start 10th. I'm just going to rip probably a lap on the top, and if I start getting past
here at Pevely. The feature just wrapped up. It is pretty late. We've still got an hour drive back to our motel, and it's after 12:30, so it's going to be a late night, not only for us, but for all these teams and drivers and officials and maybe some fans too who are trying to drive to Knoxville for the Capitani Classic tomorrow, which is Sunday. But I just wanted to show you the racetrack. Look how hard it is. They worked this racetrack just before the feature race, the top and the bottom in both corners, and it is rock hard. 55 laps, that's what it does to it with sprint car racing, and outlaw drivers and that caliber of driver just wear out the track so much more compared to just any other car basically. So good night of racing. Brad Sweet dominated, and Justin looked good, decent early on. He was the first non-outlaw car there for a little while in about 8th or 9th, but he just faded towards the end. So still a decent night, and let's go see what he says.
Oh, Carrie fucking slid across my nose. That's what it was. Carrie slid across my nose, and I had to lock the brakes up. See, like, he should have never been there. Like, the reason he's there is because I get in there, and I'm trying to go straight because I don't want to get balled up, you know. And then, like, if I set the car, I just, like, I was okay, but I'd hit it and have a tendency to do this. So then I'm trying to run it straighter, and then it just kind of gets in there and goes, like, it starts to get over right, but it doesn't, like push anything into the ground, you know. Like, it needed to, like, we still need to be more locked in, because then, I don't know. Like, and then you move the wing back and you start, like, start running the bottom there, because everyone's running the top, and if I hit it right, it was better. It just was so rough that you had to be technical with it. It was like, I could string, like, a handful together, and then I'd miss one or two. And if you missed it once, you lost a lot, but then you could string a couple together, you gained a lot. So it was like, I just chose to run the bottom, because I knew if I went on top, I didn't have the side bike to stick it. And then I could have a tendency to, like, have to, like, because I'm sliding through it, and then go like this. You just needed to have more, like, need to be in the racetrack more. And I don't even know if it's in the racetrack more. I just needed something. I don't know what to say I needed, but I needed something. I think it was in the racetrack more. Can't really tell. How'd the attitude look?
It looked good. Like, you rip around the bottom and you were hitting it. There's a couple, like, when
you could hit it.
Oh yeah, it was.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like it would transition. Like, you'd have grip, and then you'd have a slick patch, and then grip. And, like, when on that long run, when I built a shitload of air pressure, like, I just couldn't stick it. Like, I could get in there great, and then I'd hit that middle part, and I either had to check way the fuck up, which was not good, or hope that I just caught it all right, or because then I would just, like, snap through the slick and then hit it.